Discord. I think we are live now. I'm just going to put it in my Discord server, let everyone know. Uh, we are live. All right then. Also, just in here, got a new member. That's cool. I sang. I don't know what to say. I sang L. Isang L became a YouTube member. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all the members that joined the channel. But yeah, we are here with Wyatt from Fight Society, and we are going to be going over some predictions for UFC 325 and some future matchups that are coming up. And we're just going to have a little chill yap session. So thank you for joining me, Wyatt. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me.
And we got Crocop in the chat, OG member.
Nice.
And I might be wrong. Bromo hitting the big leagues. Well, you know, I mean, look, I'm going to hit the big leagues at some point. All right. So it's bound to happen at some point.
Actually, Miss Crocop is a channel member on mine too. Nice.
Oh, really? Oh, look at that.
I recognize that name.
Hell yeah, bro. Look at that. We're crossing over.
There you go.
Like a big crossover. Hell yeah. That's awesome. All right. So before we get into the predictions, I just wanted to get your thoughts on 324. How do you think that whole thing went?
I think it was a mixed bag. I think from the casual, if you look at it with a casual lens, like big card, sick main event, most UFC fans are going to be like, that was awesome. Gaethje versus Pimblett was a banger fight. O'Malley got a win, stuff like that. But the nuts and bolts of the card, there's a lot of bad to talk about. Like you got Gaethje and Dana arguing about fighter pay a little bit. You got Patty, who's the star they wanted to build, having that star kind of dimmed because he took a loss to, frankly, an old ass Gaethje that would get smoked by Taporia. So like broad strokes, super happy about it. Like all the record viewership, 6 million views, all that shit. And on the like nuts and bolts, really getting into the details of it, there's definitely some stuff they got to work on, like too many ads, shit like that, and no walkouts, no corner work.
Those ads I was sat here watching it, and I was like, how many ads are we gonna have here? And like you say, with the corner cams and stuff, like that's some interesting stuff that they had, and they've just taken away. Like it's always interesting to hear what the what the coaches are saying to the fighters, trying to get hyped up. And could you imagine if we had all those adverts over like the Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman fight, and we wouldn't have heard that, bloody don't let pull it out the fire, Leon. Come on, Leon. We wouldn't have heard that because we would have had fucking adverts for fucking Wingstop or whatever it was.
Yeah, man. I was excited to hear Tim Welch and Sean O'Malley's ear. Like, come on, bud. We're almost there, bud. We're almost done with this, bud. And I get a fucking ad for like Toyo tires or some shit. Oh my God, dude. I mean, I guess it's $12 a month, whatever it is. It's basically one UFC event last year is about the same cost as the entire year this year. So I can't really complain about it that much that there's that many ads, but it definitely did take away from the experience a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, no more pay-per-views. I mean, for people in obviously America and stuff. I mean, in the UK, obviously, we don't have that, but I get it to an extent. You're not paying pay-per-view, so you kind of just have to deal with what you've got. But at the same time, it takes away from the viewer experience. You don't see the walkouts. I mean, we did on the main card, which was good, but I mean, yeah, just some weird stuff going on. Some really weird stuff. We've got Persian in the chat saying that Yadong and Allen got robbed. Everyone who thinks otherwise is an idiot. I know you switched your mind about that Sean O'Malley fight. I saw that you switched. Man.
I did, yeah. In the middle, okay. So in my actual stream, in my my Fight Companion stream, I was like, "Damn, Yadong won, but he's definitely gonna get robbed." And then it happened, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, O'Malley won via robbery." And all these people in my live chat when I was streaming, they were like, "Yeah, fucking Yadong won that fight." And then when I posted my recap, the comments were the exact opposite of my live chat. A lot of the comments were like, "You're tripping. O'Malley won 1-3 very clearly. So I did a rewatch for my channel members. I did like a rewatch and rescore. And I definitely do think that O'Malley won that fight.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was going like a little bit crazy because I was scoring it live, and I was saying, "All right, Sean won round one. You know, Yadong won rounds two, and then Sean won round three." And then I go on Instagram, and I see everyone saying that it was a massive robbery in this and that, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, is it? Did I miss something, or like what's going on?" And then obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't rewatched it yet. I'm going to, but yeah, I don't see. I mean, it was very close, obviously, but I think here's the thing. When there's an obvious star like Sean O'Malley, if it's a close fight and they give it to Sean, people are just going to go, "Oh well, that's a robbery then," because that's a person that the UFC want to win, even if it's really close, you know. But it's not a robbery, if you know what I mean.
No, I agree with you on that 100%. And I think that for me, I was worried about Sean O'Malley going into this matchup. And so I think subconsciously, while I was watching it live, I was kind of like looking for Sean O'Malley's weaknesses. And then when I watched it back, I realized what I thought watching live was just like great forward pressure from Song Yadong. I realized in the rewatch, I was like, it was kind of desperate. He was swinging wildly and missing a lot. And then he got the takedown at the end of round one and didn't do anything with it. He actually was defending submission attempts from O'Malley. O'Malley was going for an armbar or a triangle at the end of the round. And so Yadong had a lot that he was trying to do, but a lot of it was really ineffective. And when you consider the scoring criteria is based on effectiveness and damage, you look at their faces at the end of the fight. Yadong's the one that took the damage, and then you rewatch it and you're like, okay, O'Malley had the effectiveness on his side.
Yeah. What about Arnold Allen? Do you think he got robbed?
Nah, I think Silva won that fight.
Yeah, I think so as well. I don't know how that's a robbery. I mean, look, I'm British as well, so I mean, if anyone's got the bias towards Arnold Allen, then it'd be me, you know. But no, I think Gene Silva won. I do think he won. I went. How did you do on picks, by the way? And then we'll get on to UFC 325. I went 8-3.
I didn't have a great night. I went like 6-5. Yeah, not a great night.
Damn.
And I'm usually good, dude. My picks last year were like 60-ish%, like 64 or 5%. Like that's pretty good when you pick full cards and all of that. And last night I did not do well. Or not last night, 2 nights ago, I did not do so well.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. I would have been 9-2 if Paddy actually learned how to strike, and you know, I'd have been. And I think the fights I got wrong was Charles Johnson, the main event, and which other one was it? Bukowskis and Krylov.
I got that wrong as well. I thought Umar was good. Actually, wait, did I do better on picks than I thought? Let me see. No, because I picked Charles Johnson and Modestus Bukowskis. And then on the main card, I picked Arnold Allen. No. I picked Gene Silva. And then I picked Derek Lewis. The ones that I got wrong was the Pimblett and Derek Lewis on the main card.
Yeah. So you there was 11 fights, so you would have been 7
I went 6-5.
Oh, 6-5? Oh.
Yeah. I maybe I'm off by 1, but 7-4, 6-5, something like that.
All right. Well, let's hope we do better with this one. And what we can do is, if you want, we'll start off with the main card, and if we have some time, so obviously you said you got about an hour or so. I don't think it shouldn't take that long. We'll go through the prelims, but I do want to talk about future fights as well. But we'll start off with Quillan Salkeld and Jamie Malarkey. I would make this bigger, but the website for this $7.7 billion company doesn't work, so I can't. But who have you got for this fight?
I'm going to go with Quillan Salkeld. He's younger. He hasn't taken the same amount of damage in his career that Jamie Malarkey has. Jamie Malarkey just finds a way to get chinned and schooled on by most people. He's a solid fighter, but they use him as kind of a stepping stone up to bigger comp or better comp. Like they did it with Mauricio Huffy. They did it with a few other guys as well. And I think Quillan Salkeld is going to school on him for like 2 rounds and knock him out in the third, something like that, because he's faster. He's taking far less damage. He's got way more knockout power. I'm really confident actually in killing Sal killed by like KO in round 2 or 3.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking KO as well. But this is like he's kind of outside of his comfort zone because it's not actually a minority that he's fighting this time around. It was supposed to be. He was supposed to fight Rong Zhu, weren't he?
Yeah.
And then obviously that got cancelled. So now he's fighting a fellow Australian. So maybe this will be his debuff because it's a it's a white guy that is fighting. But yeah, I think Sal killed, man. I think if he smashes through Jamie,
Yeah.
do you give him like a ranked contender or like what do you do? Someone just outside, or do you go like top 15 sort of thing?
Let me look at the rankings. It depends how he does, of course. Like if he barely ekes out a decision, kind of tough, but maybe you give him a Faris Siam or a Manuel Torres, something like that, if you want to break him into the rankings. If not, there's really no shortage of guys outside of the top 15 at 155 that can really help build your resume. Like, let me see, lightweight, like who's like in the
is there anyone outside the top 10 that you think that he could beat? Like, because I'm looking now, obviously you've got Fareziam, Rufi, Torres, Chandler, Dariush, and then it's Moicano at 10.
I think if he stays smart, he beats a few of those guys. I think he could beat Huffy because Huffy's pretty one-dimensional. We'll see how Huffy does this weekend against Fiziev. I think he beats like Beneil Dariush and Michael Chandler because they're a little bit older, and especially Dariush, not Chandler. Dariush is super chinny. But if you want to give him another one outside the rankings before that, you could give him like a Grant Dawson, something like that.
Yeah, that'd be a good shout. Yeah, something like a Grant
that.
Dawson. Yeah, or like a Bobby Green, maybe.
Honestly, yeah, I think Bobby Green is fighting Zellhuber in Mexico City, and then you could see who wins that.
Oh yeah.
And then maybe the winner of that. Maybe there's a lot of guys. Chris Duncan, Hoffa Garcia. There's a lot of guys around his like same kind of ranking that could help him build a little bit more before he gets to a top 15 guy.
Yeah. I also just realized. Sorry, it's King Green. It's not
King.
Bobby
Yeah,
Green.
my bad.
King Green. We can't be dead naming him. All right, that's that's offensive. King Green. I actually really like King Green, man. I don't know what it is about him, but I just love him. I think he's so entertaining. I love his fight style. I hope he does win against Zellhuber, man. Well, that's a bit of a risky one, I feel like.
It's a fight, yeah. I like Bobby Green or King Green. Sorry, I like King Green a lot too, but that is a really bad matchup for him.
Long and lanky, isn't it? And I think Bobby Green. I mean, we saw it with Jalen Turner. I mean, he just couldn't get close at all, could he? Because of the range and the power and shit like that.
Yeah.
We'll move on to Tai Tuivasa versus Taliesin Teixeira. I don't understand how Tai Tuivasa is even employed still with the company, considering Rosenstruik beat him and he got fucking kicked. Who have you got winning this one, Wyatt? It's gonna be a real surprise, I'm sure.
I mean, let's be real. They're both fucking terrible.
Yeah,
in my opinion, like they're both really bad. Tai Tuivasa is an exciting guy. I know the fans like him. That's literally the only reason he's still around. And I haven't really seen anything about Taliesin Teixeira either that would make me think he's anything other than a can. He's ranked in a very thin heavyweight division. But with that said, Tai Tuivasa, small for the division, not skilled at this point, maybe even doesn't have a chin anymore. I'm gonna go with Taliesin Teixeira, like early TKO.
Yeah, I think he's gonna knock him out. I mean, I'm looking at Ty's resume now, and his last win was almost 4 years ago. He's in a 5-fight losing streak to Gan, Pavlovich, Volkov, Tybura, and Rosenstruik.
See, the first 3 not bad, but those last 2, especially the way he lost, not so good.
Yeah, I mean, round 1 submission to Tybura, split decision to Rosenstruik. But yeah, he hasn't won a fight since he knocked out Derek Lewis with that elbow. Which was a crazy KO. That I remember watching that, and I used to be a huge Tai Tuivasa fan. I used to be a huge Tai fan. I used to root for this guy, and then he just like Why is he still here? It's like the Taffa brothers, man. Why are they still here? They're kind of like the same sort of thing. It's like they just keep losing. They're just fat blobs. Like I get it. He drinks from a shoe and it's hilarious, but
Yeah, it's like they're
right.
they're bad. Same with the Toffa brothers. I think Justin is retired or taking time away from the sport, but they're just fan favorites in a region that they want to grow MMA in. It's the same reason that they lean so heavily. And I mean, they lean into Australia and New Zealand a lot. They go there like twice a year. So they're fan favorites in to a population that they're trying to, build their market. And so I get it. But at the same time, Tai Tuivasa's pretty ass at this point. I mean, he never was that good. I was even surprised by the Derek Lewis win. Every single fight I've seen him in, I've thought he was going to get killed.
Yeah, I mean, he managed to drop Cyril Gahn, which was pretty crazy.
Doesn't age well for Cyril Gahn.
Could you imagine if we got Tai Tuivasa versus John Jones? Because that's what it was for, really, wasn't it?
You're totally right. You're not. Yeah, you're right. He went Tai Tuivasa and then John Jones. Yeah, you're right.
So, right, if Tai Tuivasa beat Cyril Gahn, we could have seen the GOAT versus John Jones. You know what I mean? So, and I think one of the Taffa brothers, Junior Taffa's on this card as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just don't rate any of those guys. Jazz, my fiance, picked Tai Tuivasa because she said we did a members only video. Mrs. Bromo predicts UFC 325, and she said she's picking Tai Tuivasa because he's smiling and he looks nice, like he looks like a nice person. But then this fight, she says she's picking Jamie Malarkey because he looks hard and he looks scary. So I don't know. I don't know what her reasoning is really, because it's kind of backwards. But I agree with you. Taliesin Teixeira via KO. Are you saying like early rounds or?
Yeah, early rounds, like late round 1, early round 2.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm just telling him about your reasoning for picking Tai because he's smiling and that he looks nice.
He does look nice, yeah.
But then the one before that, you said you're picking the other guy because he looks scary and nasty.
Yeah, I would like the other guy, the smiley guy, to win.
You want the smiley guy to win? Okay, fair enough then. She wants the smiley guy to win. That's why she's picking him to win.
Fair enough. Did you get your girl into MMA, or was she familiar with it before you guys met?
She's not familiar with anything about it. I got her to do the picks because I think it could be fun. It could be like a fun little members only series to see who does better, me or her. Someone that watches it and someone that doesn't.
Gotcha. No, that's a fun idea. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, she's not into that. I mean, she watches like fucking like Love Island and shit like that. So it's, I don't know if you know what Love Island is.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I have a girlfriend too. It's the same. It's the same type of thing. I got her into MMA, and then she has me watch the shows that she likes a little bit.
I guess it's good though because she doesn't watch the UFC with me, or she can't then force me to watch Love Island. Because I could say, well, you don't watch my shit, so I ain't watching your shit. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you.
All right, moving on. Fiziev versus Rufi. What are your thoughts on this one?
I haven't seen anything from. I mean, keep in mind, Huffy's last fight, he got dominated by Benoit Saint-Denis, and Rafael Fiziev, while he's a very, very different fighter than BSD, it is still a step up. I think Fiziev's just as good, if not better, than BSD in terms of being dangerous and skilled for this weight class. Mauricio Huffy, very, very good, but he loses very convincingly and then gets a step up anyway.
Yes,
I don't know if I agree with it. I would have had him fight like a guy that's just outside the rankings. Make Rufi defend the ranked spot, because I'm pretty sure he beat Bobby Green. Bobby Green wasn't even ranked, and they just throw Ruffy in the rankings.
Yeah,
and then he loses. And so sorry, not to ramble, but it's almost like the Paddy Pimblett type of thing where he gets into the rankings and starts magically floating up. He loses, they give him another top 10 guy, So I'm going with Fiziev. I think in like I know that this matchup being a more striker's delight type of fight definitely helps Ruffy out a little bit, but I just haven't seen anything from him that makes me think he beats somebody of Fiziev's caliber. So I got Fiziev by decision.
Yeah, I basically the same thing. I think I'm thinking a 29-28. I've got a video pre-recorded coming out tomorrow where I briefly go over my picks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Rufy could probably get the first round, and people are going to think, "Wow, Rufy's really that guy." I mean, maybe he's not a fraud. Maybe he just had a bad night against Benoit, and then I think Fiziv's going to like put it on him. He might start to like grapple a little bit and shit like that. But I mean, we got Crow Cop here, Fiziev TKO. He thinks we got Persian, a Bromo OG, Fiziev by murder, and we got Darren Reddick, Fiziev via decision after using wrestling, which is what I was saying. He might just start to grapple a little bit because I mean, if anyone watched if Fiziev takes anything away from the previous fight with Rufy and Saint-Denis, it's that Rufy can't grapple to save his life.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like, if you're gonna do anything, you don't even need to be an elite grappler. It seems like. I mean, I know BSD is a really good grappler, but maybe Fiziev could have a bit of success. I mean, he managed to out scramble Justin Gaethje in their fight, got him in a weird reverse triangle thing, kind of just like sat on his face. It was a bit weird, but he still managed it, I guess. We got, I might be wrong, Rufy by range maxing. So you think he's just going to keep it range?
Yeah, but here's the thing about that one with the range maxing is that Rufy, a lot of the time he's looking for that one shot KO. And if he is a low volume or takes a low volume approach to the Fiziev fight, Fiziev's going to be fine with jab, calf kick, jab, calf kick, jab, body kick, and just barely volume his way to a 29-28. So Ruffy, if he's going to take that type of range maxing approach, in my opinion, he's going to have to like starch Fiziev out cold, which I don't really see.
Yeah, I can't see him KOing Fiziev either. I mean, I just think that, in my opinion, I don't know what you think. I think Rufy's probably the worst fighting nerd out of the main four. I just think they just want fighting nerds in the rankings, and like you say, he beats Bobby Green. They put him in the rankings. He then loses to BSD, and he's still like he's now fighting ranked number 9 guy who is one ranking behind BSD. He should have really been fighting someone, like you said, outside the rankings, or I mean, like someone like outside the top 10, maybe. Not someone inside the top 10 after you've just lost to someone inside the top 10. It's kind of weird, kind of a weird bit of matchmaking there. But I agree. I think Fiziev's going to get it done by decision. I mean, what do you think it's going to be a 30-27 or 29-28? Like, what are you thinking?
I think Huffy starts to figure it out late in the fight and maybe snags the third round. Obviously, I could be totally wrong, but I think Fiziev's going to look really good early, and Huffy might start to figure it out in the last 4 minutes and get that last round maybe. But actually, I don't know. That might be a dog shit take because Huffy does tend to like be a fast starter, right?
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm thinking he might take the first.
Take the first and lose the next two. I hear you.
Yeah. And then people might think, oh shit, this could be good. And maybe Fiziev tries to start on the feet with him. And because he's such a fast starter, he might be like out. I mean, Rufy might be a little bit quicker. And then Fiziev might go into he might go back to his corner, and his coach might say, right, let's just wrestle then. Maybe.
Yeah, I hear you.
Let's do a bit of grappling now because this guy can't grapple for shit. Let's not, risk this, our ranking sort of thing, because this is his second fight since coming back after losing to Gaethje on short notice. So he's going to need like a statement win here. I feel like he's going to want to try and really prove a point that he's not just this middle of the range sort of lightweight, and he wants to kill the hype even more so than this guy did right here, which we'll move on to now. Dan Hooker versus BSD. Really, just before I get your prediction, my fiance Jazz, she is terrible at reading. Okay, she read Benoit Saint-Denis' name as Benoit Saint Denis. That's what she said. So, well, I mean, that's what we're going with. Benoit Saint Denis. I was
There
like,
we go.
that is not how you say his name at all. But anyway, who do you think? Dan Hooker or Benoit Saint Denis? Who've we got?
Crazy enough, man. I should pick BSD because he's got the grappling over Dan Hooker. We just watched Dan Hooker get dominated and subbed by Arman Sarukian, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm going with Dan Hooker.
Whoa, dude!
I know that's a hot take, dude, but I'm gonna go with Dan Hooker. I haven't done my predictions yet. I'm gonna do them tomorrow, but or like my prediction video, but for some reason I got Dan Hooker. It kind of like the same as the Gamrot fight, just finding a way to make it dirty enough and edge out a couple. I think it's going to be a war, and I think Dan Hooker is going to edge out a decision. More like hope, but we'll see. Yeah,
I know, because
I've been a little risky with my picks lately. If I really had a clear head on my shoulders, I would say BSD sub, but I'm gonna get a little crazy with it and pick Dan Hooker by decision. I know that's a crazy take.
Is that just so if you're right, you can be like, see, I fucking told you so. Look at me.
Okay, so here's the thing, man. It's like I can see the openings for both guys to win. And I do that with most fights where like if I just pick a decision, if I pick who's gonna win, I can justify the path to victory pretty well. And that's just what I'm choosing to do with Dan Hooker, because we have seen when it gets a little bit more into a dogfight, we've seen Benoit Saint Denis fold a little bit. We saw Moicano really put it on him. We saw him fade against Dustin Poirier. I could see a little crafty vet Dan Hooker snagging a win.
In fairness, though, with the Poirier one, he did have staph infection.
Yeah,
Moicano one, not so much. But Moicano is a good grappler, and I don't think Dan Hooker's.
But that's supposed to be what Benoit Saint Denis is good at too.
True. But I do feel like, one of my friends did make a good point about Benoit a long time ago. He said something along the lines of, this was after the Moicano fight, and everyone was calling Benoit a fraud and this and that. And my friend said, I don't think Benoit is a fraud. I think he just has some unfavorable matchups. And since that point, he's won. He knocked out. How fast was it? Let me just have a look. It was it 13 seconds or something? Let's have a look. 16 seconds KO. That's crazy. Submit some.
I forgot about the Dariush fight in November. I only had the Huffy fight off the top of my head. Yeah, he did. Man. He smoked Benoit, or he smoked Beneil. I'm going with Dan Hooker in this fight, dude.
To be honest,
I'm sorry, I'm going with BSD, not Dan Hooker.
I don't blame you. Wait, what? Wait, are you switching?
Yeah, I'm switching. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I got to go BSD.
Well, it's a good job that I reminded you of this fight before you did your predictions. Otherwise, people would have been like, hold on a minute, Wyatt. He fucking KO'd Dariush in 16 seconds. And bearing in mind, that's after Dariush dropped him with a leg kick as well, I believe. And he got back up and just went, doink. But yeah, I mean, round 1 KO, round 2 submission, and then with Prepelec looked good in round 1, to be fair. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's on a 3-fight win streak, isn't he? So I'm going with Benoit, man. And everyone in chat is also saying, let me just see. Crocop saying Hooker by TKO.
Okay.
That's kind of, I mean, maybe. BSD by KO. Hooker got his Hooker got rocked by shit rot. It means Gamrot, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
BSD round 1 sub, BSD by sub, and this is before you just switched. Brodan was getting outboxed and rocked by shit rot. Are you being for real?
It's MMA, dude. You never know.
In fairness, MMA sometimes doesn't make any sense, really, does it? I mean, some mad shit could happen. I mean, look at Ethan Ewing coming in on fucking 48 hours notice and schooling Malcolm Wellmaker. No one saw that coming, but he fucking did it, didn't he? So
that was one of my recently bad picks. I mean, in hindsight, it was fine. Nobody was expecting Ethan Ewing to win that fight, but dude, I was watching that fight and I was like, no way. I remember in my prediction video saying, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Malcolm Wellmaker loses to a guy that was just in LA trying to get medicals and make weight like 2 days before the fight, you know? And
I think like a week or two prior, he defended his title at is it A1 or something?
yeah,
that
it's
he
Uriah
fights in?
Faber's promotion up in
Yeah,
Sacramento.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Ethan Ewing, man. I mean, also he's got another fight in the UFC coming up. He said that he's got a fight booked, and in his Instagram bio it says UFC fighter. So I think he's been signed, which is
Yeah.
really exciting. I really hope he does. I really hope that he is signed because I fucking man, I'm a huge Ethan Ewing fan now. But yeah, that's what I mean. Crazy things have happened. Well, I mean, Dan Hooker might just surprise everyone, but I'm going to go Benoit Saint-Denis. I think he finishes Dan Hooker quicker than Arman does, to be honest. And that isn't me saying that I think Benoit is better than Arman. I could just see it. I could just see Benoit being more aggressive than Arman is. You know, Arman's very, very technical and this and that. I can see BSD just fucking going for it and maybe getting him out of there late round 1 or early round 2-ish, maybe. I don't know what you think, but
I hear you on that. BSD can make it ugly, get in on a body lock or a double leg, trip Dan Hooker, get to the back and choke him like pretty quickly. I could see it being because I see that the Sarukian fight was round 2, 3 minutes, 34 seconds. I could see it being faster than that 100%. It's so funny. I was just trying to justify Dan Hooker. See, I tell you, so I was an amateur fighter, and I noticed that with the technique side of stuff that I can like pick the openings where each guy can win. And that's where I end up fence sitting as I sit here and I break down the technique and I'm like, but I do see the openings for Dan Hooker. But with that said, Benoit Saint-Denis, I think, is more prone to like just throwing a sloppy combo that leads into them colliding and, you know, body lock, outside trip, that sort of thing. Whereas Dan Hooker, I think, is going to just box his way forward. And honestly, Dan Hooker, for as much as he needs to be a front foot pressure guy, he spends a lot of time backing up. It happened against Arman. He was pulling guillotines, backing himself up to the fence. I think that doesn't really bode well for a BSD matchup.
No. And I think I saw your video. You said you think that the winner of this fight should fight Paddy Pimblett next.
Yeah.
Is that correct? And who do you think? Do you think either of these guys beat Paddy Pimblett?
If Paddy fights the way that he fought against Gaethje, Dan Hooker fucking beats him because he's a better striker than Paddy Pimblett, Dan Hooker. And so if Paddy just chooses to just stand on the feet with his chin up in the air, throwing uppercuts and 1-2s from a mile away, he legit gets beat by Dan Hooker. But if Paddy fights the way that he should have fought, then he subs Dan Hooker in the first round. You know, Paddy, even though he had a big show of toughness against Gaethje, he fought, in my opinion, the stupidest possible game plan for his style.
Yeah, I mean, when he wanted to grapple, he did it later on in the fight when they're all sweaty and slippery and tired. Yeah. So why not do that at the start of the fight? You're the grappler. He's the striker. Yep. Why are you trying to... I mean, I saw him throw a 1-2, but it was like a 1 and then a fucking hammer fist.
Yeah, ugly shit.
Yeah, it's just like... Nah. I mean, against someone like Gaethje, who's such a good striker on the feet, I did say, although I picked Paddy... Right, I did say if Paddy chooses to strike with Gaethje, he will lose, and then that's what happened. I just didn't think Paddy was going to be that stupid to even do that. I thought he was just trying to hype up the fight, saying, Max Holloway, gave the blueprint and this and that, hinting at that he was going to strike, maybe just to try and throw Justin off guard a little bit, and then just go for the grappling. But he actually tried to trade with him. So.
I don't know, man. A couple things about that. One. That my take for Dan Hooker was like, if Paddy grapples, he wins easy. Benoit Saint-Denis, very interesting matchup because Benoit Saint-Denis, the way that he fights, him and Paddy could turn into like a sloppy bar fight really fast and would be really fun. But they're both awkward strikers that are down to scrap and good grapplers. So that would be a fun matchup too. But I just think for Paddy's sake, the winner of this fight is way more approachable than like the loser of Max and Charles or something like that, Yeah. And and then the one more thing that I have to say about the Paddy and Justin fight is watching that fight, dude. The whole time I was watching, I was like, dang, Ilya kills both these guys.
Yeah. Oh, dude, easily. I mean, Justin managed to drop Paddy Pimblett, which I mean, I'm not saying like, oh my god, he got dropped by Justin Gaethje because he does hit hard, but I mean, your whole thing is like we don't get, I'm a Scouser, I don't get knocked out. All right, you're getting dropped by Gaethje. I think Elia fucking sleeps that dude, and
Yeah.
I'm a, I mean, I'm a Paddy fan. I'm British, so obviously I'm gonna back him, but Elia's just yeah, there's no chance. No chance. Do you think I don't think I heard you. Do you think Benoit beats him, or do you think it's like do you think
Who, Paddy?
stylistically it matches up? Yeah. Paddy.
It'll be a crazy fight because it'll get sloppy and turn into a bar fight really fast. I don't know who wins that fight. I would probably take Paddy, just especially now having. I think Paddy is going to grow a lot from that Gaethje fight. I think he's going to realize that when he fights like that, things are not going to go his way. And that like the Chandler type of approach where he can strike a little bit, but he ultimately needs to get his opponent to the ground and work on a TKO or a sub. I think that's what Paddy learned the hard way against Justin Gaethje. So I think he can beat Benoit Saint-Denis, but it's a lot more of like a gray area fight for me because Dan Hooker, I'm just like, okay, if he goes for a takedown, he'll sub him pretty easily. If he tries to strike, it could get a little hairy for Paddy. With BSD, I'm a little bit more on the fence.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean, that's the thing, though, isn't it? It's like we're saying, Benoit beats Dan Hooker, but then you think, we're not sure if Benoit beats Paddy, but you think Hooker beats Paddy. It's like style. It's that whole thing, isn't it? Styles make fights and this and that. That's why MMA math doesn't always add up. You have to look at the styles and things. I agree. I mean, Benoit and Paddy, they do have like the same sort of striking. So it could like just be a sloppy bar fight. And I think they're both kind of like Benoit's a good wrestler, but Paddy's got great jiu-jitsu. So it's like even if Benoit gets him down, Paddy could probably just defend the takedowns pretty well. Or even if he gets down, just be able to survive on the ground and maybe threaten some submissions and stuff like that, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, I hear you.
But what
you're going with BSD early?
What, against Dan Hooker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like late round 1, early round 2. I think quicker than Arman, at least.
Okay.
That's what I'll say.
Gotcha.
All right, and now the main event of the evening. Now, I was going to give you Jazzy's take on this, which was kind of funny. She always picks the guy that has the belt because he has the belt. So in her eyes, she's like, oh, well, he won't lose because he's the champ, right? But she also said she's picking him because he looks Polish and he's bald and he's got the belt. That was her justification to this whole thing. I mean, I don't know if your girlfriend has better reasoning if she's even given her picks for this fight, but
she hasn't. But the reasoning would be pretty similar.
All right, yeah, nice. Who have you got though? I mean, I've got a bad feeling. I'm just gonna say that, but I don't know what you think.
I got Volk, but I'm a little worried about it. So I think we might be in the same boat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. In my video coming out tomorrow, I go over why I am worried this time round, and so I won't go into too much. Or well, I mean, I will because not everyone that sees the video is going to be in the live. But basically, my whole thought process with this is Volk's already beaten Lopez, okay? And by the way, I don't know who you picked for the first fight, but I picked Volk.
Same here.
The first time round.
I picked Volk by decision, yeah.
So did I, because I said what is it? I said the experience. I said Volk isn't washed. It's just that Islam and Topuria are better than he is. I said he's not.
And washed. Also the circumstances of those two fights too. Volk wasn't even training, and he took the second Makhachev fight on 10 days' notice, got KO'd, and fought Ilya like 60 days later.
Yeah, true. I mean,
if we run those back with full camps and full layoffs in between fights, they might be different.
Maybe. I mean, maybe not the Makhachev one because that's upper weight class, but maybe the Ilya one. Yeah, maybe the Ilya one. But in fairness, though, the first Makhachev fight that he had was pretty close.
Very close. A lot of people, there's there's a lot of people, a lot, that say Volkanovski won that fight. And I know it was competitive, but I had Makhachev like 4-1 in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think Makhachev won, but it was still a very back and forth, like
Absolutely
close fight. This is the thing; it could still be a close fight, but you could still win every round and it'd be close. If you know what I mean, like you can edge every round, and it could still be a close fight even though you win most of the rounds. I think when people say close fight and they go, "Well, what do you mean a close fight? It was 4-1." It's like, well, yeah, it was. It doesn't mean that the rounds themselves weren't all close, if that makes sense.
Yeah, dude. Like I had Gaethje 4-1, but that fight was still competitive throughout. You know, against Patty.
Yeah. Or I mean, Paddy had him hurt in the 5th, and Gaethje clinched up to obviously avoid getting smacked up, which is very smart from Gaethje. It's weird how Gaethje was the one in there with better fight IQ, which is kind of shocks me.
Insane, right?
Yeah, crazy. But back to this, I'm very worried for Volk in this fight because he did so well in the last fight. Okay, he's going to go in. My thought process is Volk's going to go in there with the mindset of, well, I beat this kid already. I'm just going to go in and do the same thing because it worked last time. Whereas Diego Lopez now has 25 minutes of tape to look back on, see where he went wrong, see where they could improve. All right, see what any like entries that they could have made that they didn't, or any times he was hesitant when he could have gone for something. And I think they're going to create a different game plan. And I don't think Volk's going to expect it because it went so well last time. He's not going to think, well, I need to change something because I beat him very easily last time. You know what I mean? I think Volk schooled him in the first fight. But I can see Lopez coming in, all right, and being like, right, now I need to be more aggressive. I need to really press this guy back. I think Diego Lopez wins, to be honest. And I don't want him to. And I'm very worried. And I'm not saying that Volk has no chance. I just got a really bad feeling that Lopez is going to come in, improved. You know, he said, and I include this in my video tomorrow, he said that he overlooked Volkanovski, which I was like, why would you do that? Why would you overlook it? Maybe it's because he got KO'd twice before this fight. Maybe that's why. But I was thinking, why would you overlook him? Maybe that's part of it too. He just thought, oh, you know, he got chinned by these two, so I could probably chin him, right? No, probably not.
Yeah, well, the UFC definitely wants Diego Lopez to win. He's from a market that they have been actively trying to grow in for 4 or 5 years now with these Noche cards, or 3 years, however long they've been doing the Noche stuff. Lopez is in that demographic that they like very badly want to grow in. And so I understand why he's in this fight, even though it's undeserved. Gene Silva's not good enough to get right back in there with Volk after losing to Volk pretty convincingly. It seems like the UFC, this is at a smaller level, their featherweight Paddy Pimblett, where it's the guy that doesn't really deserve the shot, but it's the guy that they want with the belt right now. With that said, I'm still going to go with Volk. I think that Volk, since those losses to Makhachev and Topuria, is a little bit more calculated in the risk that he takes. And I think that bodes well. Maybe he thinks that he can rinse and repeat, like you were just saying about the first fight. But Diego Lopez is a dangerous, dangerous fighter. He's got bricks for hands, and he's got really good submission ability. I think Volk, after the Topuria and Islam fights, I think he doesn't take, he doesn't overlook or look past dangerous guys the way that he may have when he was really on his run. Because even the first loss to Makhachev, it was a really close fight, and he goes, oh yeah, I was up a weight class, this, that, and the other, blah, blah. Like there was a million reasons for it to not break the mindset he had about being untouchable. Whereas Makhachev and Topuria, or Makhachev 2 and then Topuria, the KOs, I think they changed his approach to fighting a little bit, because Volk was starting to take more risks. Remember Volk early on, people didn't like him as a champ because he was like barely edging out decisions, especially when he was first beating Max Holloway. I think that he grew into like overly confident in some ways because he was so untouchable. And then the last 2 losses before this, the first Diego Lopez fight, kind of brought him back down to earth about what kind of risk he can take in fights and when's a good time to take those risks. Because in my opinion, he took very little risk in their first fight.
Yeah. I agree. I think he was just. I think he knew, man. Like, I mean, we saw it in the second round when he got dropped. You
Mhm.
know, because he got a little bit sloppy and he paid the price. So I do think that if Volk wins this fight, he does the same thing. Just kind of staying on the outside, not getting too close. You know, don't do any dirty boxing or anything like that. I thought that's where Diego Lopez is going to come in with a switched up game plan. I think he's going to go in there like right because another thing that you didn't mention, but I'm sure that you know about. Obviously, everyone does is Diego Lopez's otherworldly chin. He's
Mhm.
just he can eat shots, and I think Lopez can be like right because Volk's not got KO power, so Lopez might go in there and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna pressure this guy forward, take a few shots because I can, and just fucking get this guy backed up to the cage wall and go body up, up top, really try and pressure Volk. I think that's how Lopez wins this fight. I think they do an Alex Pereira Ank type of fight where he just rushes forward, pressures him forward, and just goes for just doesn't let off the gas because he's got great cardio too. And he can take shots from Volk because he's got a good chin. Volk's not got real powerful hands. I think Lopez is going to pressure him more, back him up more. Don't let Volk dictate the pace. I think that's where he went wrong last time. He was kind of letting Volk kind of control the fight. Lopez needs to pressure him this time round and really just put it on him. And I think if he does get up close, get a clinch, do some nasty uppercuts in the clinch, some elbows maybe, spinning elbows, just some up close, I can see a TKO in like rounds 3 or 4 maybe.
I
I
hear
don't
you.
want it to. I can see Volk doing the same thing if Lopez also just does the same thing. I'm going in with the mindset of Lopez is going to have a new game plan here, and I think he's going to do pretty well, maybe.
You think
But
they
I
do a
guess we'll
trilogy
see.
if Lopez wins?
No,
Okay.
I don't think the UFC will because it's like, what if Volk wins the belt back and then retires? You know
That's
what
a
I
bad
mean?
look. Yeah.
They're not going to. Volk will probably Volk. I mean, if Volk gets KO'd in Sydney, I think he might retire anyway. But I can't
Fair
see the
enough.
UFC just going. Although they just did it with Lopez, well, Volk's just lost, so why would he? Why would we give him a title shot? And plus, Lopez is a new, fresh face that's going to be around for a long time. I don't see them giving Volk a trilogy, which is another thing that I mentioned in my video tomorrow. I think that this is a lose-lose for Volk anyway. Because if he beats Lopez, it's like, oh, okay, well, he beat him last time anyway. Does nothing for his legacy. If Lopez then beats him, Volk's going to retire on a 1-1. Like they're one apiece, and they probably won't do a trilogy.
Mhm.
Because no one wanted to see the rematch. So who's going to want to
Yeah.
see a trilogy, especially if Volk gets TKO'd? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Diego Lopez has the bigger fan base, so I understand why he got this fight, but I way more would have rather seen Movsar or Lerone Murphy for the sake of Volk adding on to his legacy. Because I think Volk, if he wins this fight, people don't go, oh, yeah, now he's the best featherweight of all time. Like, to me, he already is. But to some people, this doesn't move him forward. It's like a step sideways, kind of like you were saying.
yeah, does nothing for his legacy. It really doesn't, because he's already beat the guy. And not only did he beat him, he schooled him.
Yeah.
I mean, I go over the stats in my video tomorrow, and Volk landed more than double on these significant strikes that Lopez did.
Yeah, I hear you.
Just a quick one. Persian wants me to read his chat, so we'll just go over this real quick, and then we'll move on to some future fights because we've still got a little bit of time left before you need to
Yeah.
bounce.
Yeah, I'm good.
Bromo, read my chat. Do you think Marab deserves the next title shot or someone else? I think Marab definitely deserves the title shot. Whether he's going to take some time out before that or not is another thing. But I think Marab definitely deserves it over everyone else. What do you think, Wyatt?
Yeah, I think he pretty obviously deserves it. It's just a matter of whether they do Peter Yan versus Marab next, or if they do kind of like what happened with Volk, where Volk sat out for over a year and his next fight was for the belt, but they did Ilya versus Max in the meantime. So I think that's probably what we're looking at is him next or him in his next fight for the belt, even if it's not against Peter Yan. Like we might do O'Malley.
Oh, yeah.
O'Malley wins, and then they do Merab and O'Malley 3 with O'Malley as the champion. There's a lot of, I mean, he obviously deserves it. Are they going to do that? I don't know. I have a pretty strong feeling right now after 324 that the White House card is going to be Gaethje Topuria main event, Peter Yan, O'Malley, co-main, and Kayla Harrison, Amanda Nunes.
Man, I think they shouldn't do Sean O'Malley. I mean, I know that they're going to.
Peter Yan's going to beat his ass.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, listen, if it's close, right, we know who it's going to, and it ain't Piotr Yan, especially at the White House. They're going to give it to a Russian. If it's a close fight, nah,
O'Malley's going to win.
No way. Piotr Yan needs to fucking beat the shit out of him to actually get a decision, in my opinion.
Do you think that Peter Yan won the first fight between them, or do you think O'Malley won that?
No, I think Piotr Yan won.
Yeah, me too.
I think Piotr Yan quite clearly won that fight, but obviously, you know how it is with the stars. You know, they just want the stars to win.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just it is what it is. I think Sean O'Malley's entire run to the title and title run was completely manufactured and planned. Because I mean, what was it? No contest over. Was it Pedro Munoz? And then after that, no contest to an unranked guy, he gets number 2 ranked Piotr Yan.
And they ranked him off of the no contest. He went from unranked to like number 12 or 13 off of a no contest.
Yeah, crazy. And then robs Piotr Yan, right?
Yep.
Then he gets Aljo on a quick turnaround.
Aljo, like when he really needed surgery, and they convinced him to take the fight.
Yeah. And then who's his first title defense?
Chito
Vera. He doesn't deserve it. Just a
punching bag.
Literally just to get that win back. That's all that was. And then when he gets actually a fit, healthy contender who there's no question that he beat him in Merab, he obviously loses, and then he gets submitted again, which is, by the way, funny because Sean O'Malley is Merab's second ever submission win in his entire professional career. Second, which is hilarious. Right. So I think we've actually got the exact same picks for every single fight now. We were
you talked me out of the Dan Hooker pick, but now we ended up having the same ones. Yeah.
which is kind of crazy. Real quick.
Yeah.
Who have you got for the prelims?
I'm gonna go with Junior Tafa. I don't think he's very good, but Billy Elikana, he's actually from the same area. He fought on the regional scene in the Southern California, Los Angeles area. He fought for LFA, and Billy Elikana, if I'm not mistaken, was the LFA middleweight champion. And then he took his UFC debut on short notice at 205, and he's just stayed there. But he's really undersized for 205. And then Junior Tafa was a former heavyweight. He was a little undersized for heavyweight, so he came down. I think just the physicality difference is going to put Junior Tafa ahead in this one. Don't get me wrong. Junior Tafa is shit.
Yeah,
but Billy Elikana is undersized.
6-4. That's crazy.
Yeah, Billy Elikana is way more skilled, but I'm going to go with Junior Tafa in that one.
All right, what about this one? Cam Rouston or Cody Brundage?
They use Cody Brundage to get a win for a prospect that they're pretty high on. He's like 10-7 or something like that, 11-7, I think that says. Yeah. And they use Cody Brundage because he's semi-recognizable to boost up a guy that they want to push. So
that's an awful record.
Exactly. And so it seems like they like Cam Rouston. So I'm just going to go with what the UFC wants here. Also, don't forget, dude, Cody Brundage was on the UFC 300 main card.
Yeah, he was. Oh, dude. So bad. All right. Jacob. I don't know how to say his name. Jacob versus Torres Finney.
I'm going to go Torres Finney.
Hopefully a more entertaining fight than his last one.
Yeah, Jacob Malkoon, he's not very well-rounded. And I think he's Rob Whitaker's training partner, so I was a little bit high on him when he first came in. But I'm going to go with Torres Finney. A little double leg action. Yep, see that meatball. He's short and stocky. It's easy for him to get to the hips. He's going to wrestle his way to a really boring decision.
How much you're a personal trainer, right? I think.
Yep.
How much do you reckon he could bench? Look at the fucking size of him.
A lot, dude. He's freaking got short arms and a big chest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's built for deadlifting, dude. Or not deadlifting, bench pressing.
Bench pressing. Yeah, I was gonna say, because look, I'm 6'2" with fucking long arms. My bench press is shit, but my deadlift's very good.
See, same with me. I'm 6'5", and I have kind of like a longer, like lanky build, and so like I can deadlift a lot of weight. And I
What's
can
your max
squat quite a
deadlift?
bit. I just did 475 for 2 the other day. The
What's that in
most I've ever
kilo?
done. Oh, in kilos. Here, I'll tell you in kilos.
Sorry,
Because you
I'll
lift.
get
I've
it up.
seen your IG.
215. Wow, decent man.
And then
Oh
the
yeah,
most when I was playing baseball, because I played baseball for most of my life before I started fighting. When I was playing baseball, I was a little bit heavier. I was like as much as like 260 because I was just really beefy back then. And I deadlifted, I think, like 505 pounds one time. And then I've squatted 425. 425 would be 192 kilos. So
yeah.
I've squatted a lot. My bench is shit though. My PR on bench is like 255,
That
which is not.
that isn't shit, dude. That's fucking that. Nah, that's heavy. I mean, people don't realize because of like TikTok and Instagram. Anything over 100 kilos is very rare. Very
That's
rare.
true. Yeah.
My max deadlift, I haven't done a one rep in a while, but when I was like peak bulk, I got 180 kilos for 5 reps,
Let me
which I
see.
believe is 404. Is it 405?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's right about 405. Yeah. Nice.
for 5 reps, which is decent.
Oh, that's
I've
nice.
actually started powerlifting, so I'm hoping to get a bit stronger. But
Fuck
anyway,
yeah. Yeah, I seen your IG. You do like you were doing like bodybuilding stuff?
I
Yeah.
got a bit bored of the bodybuilding, so I've switched to powerlifting now. I just want to get big and strong. So I'm not doing squat because I don't have time because I only go
Mhm.
3 days a week. But I'm trying to get my bench and deadlift up, but with good form.
Mhm.
So I'm hopefully in a few months going to be deadlifting 200 kilo,
Nice.
which is the goal. Like, because I can do 180 easily, but I need to get my form right. I've got a coach now, and he's saying like, you don't want to be like just yanking it up. You need to, pull the slack and engage your lats. And
Yep.
I never used to do that. I just used to yank it up.
Yeah.
So I'm learning to do it with like proper form now. So that's
Nice.
the goal.
Nice. Did you play sports growing up, or did you? What did you do?
No, I was skinny, man. I was really skinny. I don't know if you've seen my IG. Well, actually, no, you've not seen my personal IG. I'll actually get it up now. I'll show you my transformation. My from skinny to peak bulk.
Nice.
Um, that was me.
Damn, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, I was 136 pounds, and then I
Whoa,
was
dude.
I was I was 210 pounds here in nearly just under 2 years.
Wow.
But yeah, so no, no sports, very skinny. And then I just went to the gym and just started eating and training, I guess.
What got you into MMA?
What's that?
What got you into MMA?
Um, well, I used to like boxing, and then I realized that boxing's boring and MMA
Yeah.
is more fun because they can kick and do elbows and knees and shit. And I used to watch it a long time ago, and then I stopped watching it like regularly, and I was like, right, I'm gonna get back into it. And the first card that I got back into properly was when I was like, right, I'll just try this card then, to get properly back into it because I used to watch it and then I stopped. Was Masvidal Ben Askren, and I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
this is it. This is the sport. You don't get this in boxing.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like I've always liked, like I say, combat sports and boxing and shit. But I just it's just you can only watch so much of just punching. I want like the whole thing. I did a bit of MMA training for a few months, and then we had our second child, so I stopped, and I just haven't had time to go back yet. We've he's only 3 months old now, so
Damn,
but
congrats, dude.
I'm in no rush. But yeah, well, I mean, I know you train. Don't you train? Do you
Yeah, I
train?
train. I used to fight too. Yeah, I used to fight, and I played baseball through college, and then I started. I was like a McGregor era fan, so I got into it in like 2015, 2016,
Mm.
and from there, but it was just watching it while I played baseball, and then when I was done with baseball after college, I started looking around at what I wanted to do with my time, and so I started training. And I grew up in the Los Angeles area, and I was watching an episode of Joe Rogan back in the day. I don't really watch him anymore, but I was watching an episode of Rogan back in the day, and he was interviewing Rico Verhoeven, the Glory Kickboxing heavyweight champ, and they were talking about my gym, Dynamics MMA in LA, because the head coach is Anthony Hardonk. He was a UFC heavyweight back in the day. And so they were talking about, oh, a great place to train Dutch kickboxing in the US is Dynamics MMA. And I heard that, and I was watching Rogan that, and I was just like, oh shit, I guess that's where I'm going to go sign up. Yeah. But what's that?
And you're still training now? You're just not fighting, or?
Yeah, I stopped competing. It's cutting weight, getting hit in the head, all that shit's not good for you. So I fought for a little while.
You're not fancy doing any like jujitsu or anything like that? It's not like CTE, is it?
No, not in grappling. It would be fine, but I did amateur Muay Thai and amateur kickboxing, and then I did some no-gi jiu-jitsu tournaments as well. So I never had an MMA fight, but I competed in the martial arts separately. Okay. And I've thought about it. If I compete again, it'll be jiu-jitsu, but I've had a couple talks with people about potentially in the future fighting on like brand risk or something like that, which is fights that Aiden Ross does. And then I don't know if you saw, but I had like a little bit of beef with another YouTuber this past like week or so.
Yeah, that Happy Punch, is it? Happy Punch?
Not Happy Punch. Happy Punch is a big page. It's a Perry Punch. He's like the small YouTuber.
Perry Punch, yeah.
He bought a bunch of subscribers. He's got like 75,000 subs.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he did an interview with Joaquin, because I was in your live chat that day, and I was like, "What's this about? You fucking got in trouble?" And then and then I had a look at his channel, and I was like, "Hold on a minute, 75K subs, but 200 views on a UFC fighter interview." I
know, right?
That's kind of suspicious, man. I mean, it's almost like he's botted the subs so that he gets the interviews.
That's exactly what he did. In my humble opinion, to protect myself liability wise, in my opinion. But that's what I think he did.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I had a few other YouTubers reach out to me, and they were like, "Fuck that guy! Don't even pay attention to him."
Oh no. I mean, even I get more views than that. I mean, my past three have got over, 2K. I mean,
you do, dude, especially for your channel size, you do really good views. That's kind of the good barometer of growth. Is if you're doing, like more views than your sub count, like regularly, you're headed in the right direction. Like, dude, like this I'm looking at your channel right now. You got 16K on the MMA Guru one. Yeah, a bunch of like 2K, 3K stuff like that. Yeah, dude, you're heading in the right direction.
Oh, well, thank you. My most viewed is 32K. That was that was one where I shot on Kenny and Joey for coping about the Ankalaev loss, which is pretty well. Oh, fuck them. Hey, maybe by Kenny. Well, to be fair, he's probably like fucking 150 pounds or something.
But Joey's like, Joey's got a very like Paul Blart Mall Cop type of build. He might be a heavyweight.
He might. Well, I think that's putting it lightly. He might be a heavyweight. I think he's definitely. He might definitely a heavyweight.
By weight, yeah, but by build, he might be a guy that would be fighting at 155 if he was in shape. You never know with how tall guys are.
Right, okay. Right, yeah. So it's like all the heavyweights now that could make like welterweight, but they're just obese. Yeah,
exactly. Martin Bidet, like guys like that,
Oh, yeah. I fucking can't stand those guys, bro. I mean, I did a video on them there. I mean, I think you watched it, or maybe a bit of it.
I watched quite a bit of it.
I mean, I don't blame you, dude. It's literally longer than some movies. I mean, I was sat yapping for like ages. I was sat yapping for so long. It was crazy.
No, trust me. I get it. Like, dude, when the betting scandal happened a few months ago with Isaac Dolgarian, I think I did an hour-long video 3 days in a row about the betting stuff. So, like, I get it. This shit gets long sometimes.
Yeah, it's crazy, but. Yeah, I appreciate you. I feel like I had a quiet spell like a few months back. I had a really quiet spell, and then I was thinking, God, why am I getting like sub 1,000? Like, if one of my videos gets over 1,000, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm like, okay, it gets to 1,000, that's sound. But like recently, it's just been consistent, like really consistently, like if not 2K, like nearly 2K, like say that Guru one did really well.
Yeah.
But you're getting views, man. I mean, your
Thank
growth's
you.
just, I mean,
Streaming every day and posting a video almost every day for like 2 years. It pays off, you know. So I mean, even like I'm not there yet. Like I still, you know, I'm a personal trainer outside of YouTube. It's not my full-time job yet or anything, but that's what I'm working towards. So that's like kind of my motivation for the daily stuff. I'm just like, okay, I'm in the hustle phase right now.
yeah,
And these videos are either going to do really good or really bad based on like my recent performance. And I'm just going to keep posting anyway. Cause I'm just like, not to cut you off and not to go on a whole tangent, but with the YouTube stuff, like when I first started making videos and, you know, they'd get like 40 views, shit like that, 25 views, I'd be like, fuck, man, I'm trying to be big right now. And, but then as time goes on and I'm starting to grow now, I realized I'm actually really thankful for the time that I had to grind for stuff because I just got better at making content. I got better at talking on camera. I got better at formatting videos and all that stuff. And I'm actually like thankful because it made me like figure out what wasn't working, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And my video, my first video, in fact, I'll get it on screen now. I'll see if I can get it on screen. My first video got I uploaded it and it got 600 views. I think at the time it had like 500 or 400. All right, and I was like, I had no subs, so I was like, oh my god, wow, this is easy. And then my next one, 33, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, bro, you can look at mine too. I got like 1.7K, 1.6K on my first two, and then right after that, 170, 40 views, 130. It's just like, it's crazy because when you first pop off, because the YouTube algorithm is actually biased towards smaller channels. That's why there's this big thing amongst big creators right now that people that would normally do millions of views, they're like, what the fuck? I got 300K. Oh yeah, that's the thumbnail. Yeah. Hey, but Francis did almost beat him.
I think Francis did beat him, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought he did too. Yeah.
I think he definitely beat him. But and another thing that I found really difficult starting up on YouTube, and we'll get back onto some fights soon, but one thing I found really tricky was thumbnails. Really fucking hard. I really found, and I'll try and I'll show you what I mean. I found making unique thumbnails really fucking difficult.
Yep.
I've found I've found a style now that like
you have
no one
a format,
else
100%. Yeah, I was looking at your format style or your thumbnail format.
Yeah, like I've got like the paper, I've got like the ripped paper back. You know, I like how it looks. You know, it's like nice and neat. Apart from my members only stuff, which I just kind of have separate, so people know that like that's for members. It's all pretty much the same, and it's nice and neat and tidy. Whereas in the past, it was just like pictures, and then I started doing.
So you have like an identity now.
Yeah, and then I started doing just. I think I had a text at some point, and it's like, well, that's kind of like bedtime, you know. That's kind of like a bedtime style, and I want to make my own thing.
You know, like you can look at mine. Mine are fucking all over the place on my oldest videos, and then recently. You'll notice that I've like settled on a very particular style with the red and yellow.
I know.
Then if you look at my old stuff, my old shit is freaking all over the place.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. You got to figure out. And then I tried this one as well. You know, with the no Bromo in the background, with like the no Bromo font. But I figured that just looks messy. It's just, but yeah, I feel like I've got it locked down now with the with the whole paper. Fucking mache type shit, you know.
No, that's good, dude. I like it a lot. And it kind of looks like, because you are telling a story with videos, you know, like when you make a video, you are telling a story, and then that ripped paper kind of has like a, oh shit, it looks like a news headline, like in a newspaper, you know. I think it's dope. Anyways, not to glaze, but I think it's dope.
Well, thank you, bro. Thank you. But real quick, I know you. I'm
not in a rush. We can talk a little longer. I'm good.
Okay, cool. Well, just let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to get your thoughts. Obviously, we'll get onto 326 as well, but I really want, because this is my priority, right? Because I don't know if you know who my favorite fighter is.
Of course, it's Jiri, of course.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm pretty sure your bio is #1 Jiri Prochazka Glazer, right?
It is. It is. Well, let me see. Number one, Yuri Glazer. Subscribe to join the Bromo Sexuals. Do you have a name for your subscribers or
Yeah, it's
or
just
not?
I don't use it that often, but it's just citizens because Fight Society, so like citizens of Fight
Yeah,
Society. Yeah,
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
it's not that catchy. I don't use it that often, so I just but like
Like Bromo Sexuals.
bromosexuals, and then like this guy Dougie's Corner that I did a collab with, he always says "Good day, legends" on his, and so everybody has like a style. But I haven't fully found mine yet, but that's what it is for now.
Yeah. Right, but anyway, Jiri
Yeah.
versus Ulberg is probably going to happen next. Do you
Yeah.
think it's going to be for the vacant belt or not? And regardless, who do you think wins that fight? And the answer better be Jiri Prohaska, or else we're going to fall out.
So, yeah, I do think it's gonna be for the vacant belt. I think we're gonna see Pereira go up to heavyweight and fight Cyril Gane for the interim belt, and then the winner of that fight, I think, fights Tom Aspinall at Madison Square Garden in November.
Yeah.
But because I just think Madison Square Garden, Pereira versus Aspinall, interim versus undisputed, it's cinema. But
Yeah.
so yeah, I think Pereira vacates, moves up to heavyweight, fights for the interim belt, and we get a vacant belt at 205. Jiri against Carlos Ulberg, and I'm gonna go with Jiri, not just because I'm talking to you. Carlos Ulberg is a little too clean in his fight style to beat somebody like Jiri. You know, Carlos Ulberg likes to go back, chop at the calf kick, move backwards, and throw that check left hook. Jiri makes things way too chaotic for that city kickboxing tappy jab, feint, low kick, jab, feint, low kick, jab. Yuri's going to turn it into a firefight like he does. And he just did them, and not to glaze because I'm on your channel and I'm talking to the number one Jiri Glazer, but Yuri's one of my favorite fighters too. And I don't see, of course it's MMA, anything can happen, but I don't see a world where Carlos Ulberg dogs out a 5-round war against Jiri Prohaska.
Yeah. So do you think you think Jiri wins, but do you think he wins? Do you think it goes to 5 rounds, or do you think he knocks him out like TKO? Or
I think it's it's similar to like the Khalil Roundtree fight where you get some good back and forth for a couple rounds and then Jiri gets like a late round 2, early round 3 stoppage.
yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, because you even think about Carlos Ulberg, he hasn't had like a war. He hasn't had a real test. Even the Blachowicz fight, kind of not a really fun fight. Really, really back foot heavy, check hook, calf kick. And then the Dom Reyes fight. I mean, Dom Reyes gets chinned by everybody, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Jiri chinned him fucking years ago. I mean, with that spinning elbow, which is probably one of my favorite KOs ever. It's fucking gorgeous.
Crazy.
Crazy KO. But the thing is with Jiri, right? And I did a whole members only like delusional glaze video on how Jiri loses fights on purpose to set up trilogies, and he loses fights on purpose to lure people into false sense of security, like he did with Khalil. Like he lost the first 2 rounds on purpose, so Khalil got comfortable, and then he goes no, bang, and then he beats him. But on a real though, Jiri could literally be losing a fight and it doesn't matter. I mean, we saw it with Rakic. He was getting his legs chewed up. Rakic was looking really good in that fight against Jiri at UFC 300 until he gets caught. Jiri got rocked against Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes landed a nice up kick and like
he KO'd him, and I think the floor woke Jiri up.
Yeah, yeah, literally. And same thing with Glover. I mean, like, how many times did he get rocked against Glover? Like, Glover rocked him, and then Jiri ended up getting a rear naked choke on him somehow. Like,
yeah,
that makes no sense.
Jiri has
Seymour Asses says Jiri vs. Glover was one of my personal favorite fights of all time.
Amazing fight.
Me too.
Amazing.
But I will be honest though. I mean, Jiri was losing that fight. Glover made a big mistake. If Glover didn't jump that ghillie and he just pieced him up on the cage, he'd have won that fight. But yeah, that absolute war, great fight.
No, I agree with you. It's one of the best fights I've ever seen. And Jiri has a way of, like, some guys, they get rocked in a fight and what they do is fade. For example, like they get cracked, and then the next time dropping them again is even easier. And then the next time, and they get discouraged, like, damn, I'm getting dropped over and over. Yuri, just, I swear that samurai mindset is so real for him, because he's like, I must push through. Let's go for that. And like,
Yeah.
he's not like, he doesn't have that mindset that some guys have where they're like, oh, fuck, dude, this fight is slipping away from me. And they get discouraged. They stop trying as hard. Yuri doesn't have that gene in him. So he just keeps like, I must prosper, whatever it is,
Or do you, this is related. Do you read any comics or know anything about like comic book characters or anything
Not
like
really,
that?
no.
Well, there's this character called Doomsday, right?
Okay.
Who essentially, right, he fights Superman, and it's in the Death of Superman comic book. Basically, every time he gets killed, he comes back even stronger. That's Yuri.
Yeah.
Yuri is this character. Yuri is Doomsday. Every time he gets punched, he gets stronger. I mean, look at the Killer Roundtree fight. He was getting pieced up in 2 rounds, and he came back fucking strong in that round 3. He is the Doomsday of the UFC. You can kill him, and you could kill Yuri, and he would wake up even better.
Yeah,
in my
true.
opinion. Like that is Yuri, and I agree with you. Carlos is too clean. He's too neat and tidy. Like, so's Khalil. I mean, Khalil's got great Muay Thai. He looks. I mean, ever since he went to Thailand, he's a completely different fighter. He's fantastic now.
Yeah.
People forget that he got knocked out by Johnny Walker, though, which is quite funny.
Yeah, that doesn't age well, dude.
No, not really. But in fairness, since that fight, he's improved loads.
Yeah, he has.
But I agree. Carlos is too neat and tidy. I mean, if you look at his wins, I mean, there's not really, from what I can remember off the top of my head, I might be forgetting someone, but there's no like name that stands out as, oh my god, he beat that guy.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's Dom Reyes, Blachowicz, Volkan Oezdemir, and then it's Alonzo Menafield, Ihor Potier. He has a dog shit resume.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just for reference as well, Reyes, Yuri beat him already. Blachowicz, I mean, I think he got. I think Blachowicz beat Reyes. I don't know what you think.
Oh, Blachowicz, you're talking about the light heavyweight title fight, him and Reyes? Or are you talking about Ulberg?
No, Ulberg. Sorry,
okay, sorry.
I'm looking at his resume. I'm looking at Carlos Ulberg's resume. So
gotcha. I thought you were talking about Blachowicz and Reyes. My bad.
No, so he beat Reyes. All right, who hasn't beat Reyes? I think Blachowicz beat Ulberg. I think Blachowicz got robbed. I don't know what you think.
I do too. I did a fight companion for that. I remember I was pissed. I thought Blachowicz won that fight. Yeah,
easily. Oezdemir, I mean, Yuri knocked him out in his debut. Just saying. Menafield just got finished by Oezdemir.
Well, and he ran in like a tard, bro. He just ran into a jab cross hook against Carlos Ulberg. Yeah. Alonzo Menafield just sprinted forward with his chin out and got knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Ulberg's resume and it's like, I'm not seeing anyone here that's like crazy good.
They're all ass, bro. Half of them aren't even in the UFC anymore.
I mean, Reyes is pretty bad. He lost this fight, and Ozdemir's kind of like mid. Menifield's fucking shite. All right, and then
go down. Look at his resume even before that. Even his like prelim days where he's fighting kind of unknown guys. None of those guys are even in the UFC anymore.
No, well,
they're all ass, dude. All those guys got cut. Maybe
and he got beat by. And he got beat by Kennedy.
That's
there we go. All right, and then we look at Yuri the Chad. All right, he's only lost, by the way, in 10 years. He's only lost twice in 10 years.
Yeah,
and that's to Alex Pereira. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this record.
Yeah, that's
look
insane.
at that.
Hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Entertain the chat for like 2 minutes while I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll be right back.
No worries. 32, 5-1, 28 wins by KO. 3 wins by submission. All of his wins bar one have been a finish. That's kind of crazy. All of his wins, apart from one, have been finishes, and 23 of them have been first round. I mean, that's kind of crazy. And we can look at his resume now. I mean, just fighting better guys. And you can say, he lost to fucking Alex Pereira, and I was like, yeah, he did lose to Alex, but I mean, it's Alex, isn't it? Oh, Persian can shut the fuck up. You fucking sucks, bro. You picked Khalil Roundtree to beat him, you fucking bum. Shut up. Shut up. You thought fucking Khalil had beat this guy, and you should need to send me your fucking chest wax video, boy. All right. You need to fucking do your chest wax video for me. And Jiri killed Rakic. It wasn't that. Look, I think Rakic was beating Jiri. But it doesn't matter. I mean, look, Rakic can beat. Look, you could be beating Jiri in a fight. All right, it doesn't matter at all. It really doesn't matter because Jiri is gonna fucking come back and beat the shit out of these guys. Chest wax, yeah, bro. Look, you said if Khalil loses, then you'll wax your chest. All right, live on stream, and you haven't done it yet. When was that fight? October, bro. You fucking. 3 months late, brother. 3 months late. What's going on? What's going on? Persian bet his kids' college tuition on Hooker over Arman. How is BSD not a lock? BSD is such a fucking lock on Dan Hooker. Dan the fucking prostitute Hooker. I know, bro. I'm stalling like a pussy. Yeah, you are. Ben's gonna send me a video. You'll like it more than you should. Oh, thank you, Ben. You always send me hockey fights, and they're always fucking crazy. And by the way, I know that I'm always late on replying to you. I know I replied 2 days later. My bad. I'm just shit at replying. I really am shit at replying. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what you guys think about Jiri and Ulberg. Who do you guys think wins out of Jiri and Ulberg? I think Yuri's gonna. I think Yuri's gonna get it done. And now Wyatt's back, we can look at Yuri's resume compared. I mean, KO on Khalil, KO on Hill, former champion. Obviously lost to Pereira. Rakic is. He was winning that fight against Jiri until he got caught. I mean, Rakic is decent. Obviously, Pereira is Pereira. Beat Teixeira to win the belt. I mean, knocked out Reyes, knocked out Ozdemir in his first fight. I mean, just better competition. I mean, even when he lost to Alex in the first fight, Jiri had some good success in round one. I mean, he managed to get him down, controlled him a little bit with some grappling. So good experience, good opposition. I don't think Ulberg has really done anything like that.
And Jiri fought a bunch of good guys in Ryzen too.
Well, yeah. Well, I was just saying. I'll get it back up. Only one of his wins has gone has gone the distance.
Yeah,
28 wins by knockout, 3 by submission. That's 31 finishes, and 28 of them have been in the first round.
That's insane.
That's crazy. And like I said, past 10 years, he's only lost twice, both to Alex. Also, before we just carry on, Persian, my brother, became a YouTube member. Thank you, Persian. And yes, you should have joined. You should have joined sooner. I mean, look, you've been in fairness, Persian. You've been an OG. You've been here since sub 1,000 subscribers. So you're an OG, bro. So no one needs to join the members, but I appreciate everyone that does. And just real quick, Benjamin says he sent me a stack of cash in the mail for the newborn. Don't spend it on drugs and alcohol. I'm watching you. I can't promise anything. Okay. No, I'm joking. Never done drugs. You used to drink a little bit when I was younger, but nah. I'm clean, brother. I'm clean. Not like the Habib camp. But,
yeah, exactly. Not like the Habib camp.
Mate, the amount of comments I got on my Habib video of you're just mad that he smashed your boy Conor, and it's like they don't understand that I enjoyed watching Conor get smashed. So I don't know what they're on about. Like, it isn't even that I hate Habib because I don't. I just think the whole camp's a bit shady, and I
I
feel like
think the same thing.
you need to call out. Or like, here's the thing with me, right? I try to be as non-biased as I possibly can be. You've got people that will align with either side. I think Guru and Joey are the same people at opposite sides.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
So Guru's really biased towards hating the Dagestanis, and Joey's really biased to loving them and hating everyone else that everyone else loves.
Yep.
I try and be a bit in the middle. So, like, for example, I love Alex. I love Alex Pereira. I think he's great, but I've criticized him openly about hanging out with Nina Drama, pissing about, all that sort of stuff. Same with Ilya. Love Ilya Tuporia. Criticized him for, refusing to fight Arman Sarukian with his, with what he's been saying. But a lot of people are just, they're kind of, they can't. They feel like they can't criticize their favorite fighters ever, and I don't know what it is about it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and they have that weird line where they're like, "Oh, he talks shit about fighters. I don't like this guy on YouTube." It's like, man, it's just like any other sport. You flash, and then people will talk about, "Oh, you weren't a fighter, or you don't train, or you weren't a pro fighter." They always move the goalposts as to what makes it okay to talk shit about them. But realistically, ESPN, all these different broadcasters, they have people that are quote unquote experts criticizing athletes all the time, and they're people that didn't play in the NBA, didn't play in the whatever the best soccer league is, whatever it is, or football for you guys.
Yeah.
And so they're all just opinions, and people get so bent up about that. And you're like, man, like, it's the same thing with me. People are like, man, you hate Khabib for no reason. I'm like, I dislike him. Yeah. But it has nothing to do with Conor McGregor. It has everything to do with failed drug tests and shady shit,
Yeah, and it has nothing to do with the fact that he's a Muslim. It's the shady shit that he does. I get it the most from John Jones fans. I mean, whenever I criticize John Jones, even if I praise him, even if before I start talking about the things that he does, like his own actions that he does, and I say I think he's a great fighter. Obviously, he's a really good fighter.
Yeah.
But he's a shit human being, and here are the reasons why. They always just go back to, you're just jealous of a successful black man. It's like, no, I'm not. I think he's I think he's a prick. I think it's pretty valid to criticize John, but the John Jones fans, they cannot criticize John Jones ever, no matter what. Like, John Jones could literally kill someone, right? And they'd still go, "Oh, you're just a hater, bro. You're just a hater." You know what I mean? It's like, just fucking get out his ass.
Yeah, it's one type of person in the fan base, and they're just fans of different fighters. Some of them are Jones fans, some of them are Khabib fans. The whole thing, like, but it's one particular type of fan where it's like, has nothing to do with the actual. It's a straw man fallacy. You misrepresent someone's argument to make it easier to attack, and that's what they do. Because it's like, no, I dislike the guy because he beats his wife in front of his children, and they have to call the police on their dad. But then you go, oh, you're just mad because he beat whoever. You're just mad because he beat so-and-so. And it's like, nah, you're just misrepresenting my point,
I think you're just mad about that, Wyatt, because you're actually just racist. That's my opinion.
Exactly. That's what it really...
you just hate black fighters and see them win belts, and that's why you criticize him for beating up women. That's just all it is.
Exactly. Yeah, you get it, dude. You get it more than they'll get it,
That's why I just hate fans. I hate the MMA fans, bro. To be honest, they might be the most low IQ fans in all of sport. I mean, outside of, like, maybe I don't like fucking. I don't know if NASCAR's a sport, but I don't know what it's like over there. But I see, like, the stereotypical NASCAR fans just like a dumb hillbilly, in my opinion. That's just what I see. From over here, obviously, we don't have NASCAR.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch it. I've never watched it before.
No, I mean, we have darts. That's just like fat alcoholics. That's pretty much people that like to watch darts. But yeah, and football or soccer fans, they're very, like, tribal. I feel like it's really strange. Like, their team loses and they just start, like, rioting, and I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. But yeah. Fans are weird, man. Fans are weird. But you need to be able to criticize even your favorite fighters. Like, I've criticized Jiri in the past for just for like doing goofy shit. I'm like, why are you fucking out here training with monks doing like karate? I'm like that isn't going to help you at all. But I guess it's a mindset thing for him
Right.
rather than like learning skills. But I'm like, just stop wasting your time. You need to practice checking leg kicks and moving your head, not doing fucking karate stance. You know.
Nah, I hear you on that. Like, what's up?
No, go on. You finish up because I'm going to ask you a different thing.
Oh, okay. No, I was just gonna say, it's kind of like I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Actually, go ahead.
I was going to ask you. Obviously, my favorite fighter is Jiri, but who like if I had to say like you can like you have one fighter that you can go and watch right now. Who is your favorite fighter to go watch? And what's one fight that you would, if you could only watch one fight for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
It would be Alex Pereira, and it would be maybe the Khalil fight because it was just such a back and forth, or it would be the Adesanya fight that he won.
Oh, the Alex one.
There's also he also has some crazy ass fights in Glory Kickboxing that I watch back sometimes too.
So which one would it be then? Because you just named like three there.
Okay. The Khalil fight for sure, because he gets edged out a little bit early in the fight, and then he starts to clean it up, goes into a total flow state in round 4 for the finish. It would be the Khalil fight.
Well, that's funny because mine would be the Khalil fight too, but not the Alex one, the Jiri one.
Oh yeah. Hey, Khalil as your opponent is very conducive to a fun fight.
I mean, look, that might support the John Jones fans' argument in me and you being racist that we want to see Khalil get beat up. You know what I mean? Both of our go-to fights are Khalil getting smashed to bits.
Yeah, you walked me into that one right after the John Jones bit. You walked me into that one. Dirty Mackin, dude.
Right. Well, I think what we'll do is we will, because we've been going for an hour and a half, so I appreciate your time. I just want to get your thoughts on the next numbered event, and then we can call it there. We won't go through the full card because it's not been laid out yet. There's some decent fights on there though. I don't know why they're doing Moicano versus Ortega. That's a really
rematch.
Weird.
Crazy enough, they fought at featherweight a few years ago.
It's really weird though. It says here that they're both ranked number 10 at lightweight. That's kind of strange.
Oh, I think that's Ortega's featherweight ranking. They might have just had it carried over. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. So we got Holloway versus Charles. Who have you got for this one?
I'm not super confident in this pick right now, but I'm going to go with Charles by sub. I know it's hard to say that because Max, I don't even think has been ever submitted besides that armbar against Dustin Poirier. Yeah. But aside from that, I mean, I just think that Charles is a little bit more well-rounded, and he's going to be able to engage in a firefight with Max Holloway that ends up with a body lock to a trip, and then Max has some trouble with the jiu-jitsu. That's what I would want to happen. I think that Max is really, really dangerous and well-rounded, and he hits a lot harder. He's a little slower at 155, but he hits a lot harder. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Max by TKO as well. But here and now, I'm going with Charlie Olives by sub.
I mean, look, Charles gets dropped by everyone, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't remember a fight recently where Charles hasn't been rocked or dropped.
Yeah.
And like you say, Max hasn't been submitted because I actually checked this the other day to make sure he hasn't been submitted since the Poirier one, and that was I believe that was his debut, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's like, how long ago was that? I mean, let me get it up. That was a fucking
12, 13 years ago, something like that.
So he's not been submitted in over a decade. That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna get it up though just before, so we can get the right date.
Damn, a lot of UFC fights.
Look at all these fucking fights, man. It's crazy. We're going back to 20. All right, so February 2012. So yeah, it's coming up to
15 years, almost 15 years. Damn. Yeah, but but he hasn't faced Charlie Olives. I know he's faced him once, but it was a kind of a nothing fight the first time they fought.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, he has, and he knocked him out in the first round.
Yeah, but it was an injury. It was an injury TKO.
Was it? Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Charles got punched on the neck and he like tore his esophagus and he kind of
Oh,
like
oh yeah.
collapsed. He kind of like collapsed holding his neck. And so it was kind of a nothing fight. I think it lasted like less than 2 minutes.
Hey, wait. Well, I'm going by Max via ruptured esophagus
There you
strike in round 1 again. No. I don't know, man. I feel like Oliveira, he's always been chinny, right?
Yeah.
But I think now he's actually been flatline slept. Maybe that's going to play a factor. I mean, obviously,
Yeah, it's not like Gamrot is like equivalent to Max Holloway in any way.
Gamrot. Sorry.
He bounced back.
Yeah. That's what I mean. We get Gamrot, no striking like Max. I'm pretty sure that was that short notice. That was short notice, right? From Gamrot.
It was on like 5 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. Yeah.
Was it? All right.
Pretty short.
Well,
yeah.
Kind of, but that's kind of like a
Half camp,
just shorter than a normal camp, I guess. But yeah, I feel like Oliveira gets dropped all the time. You know, Max, like you say, hasn't been submitted in 14 years. That's kind of crazy. And I know he's not fought Charles Oliveira at this stage in his career, where he's still looking very solid. I can just see a TKO coming. I mean, he's just a better striker. I feel like he won't get taken down. I mean, I just feel like Max is going to get it done. I mean, Max is looking good right now. I mean, and I know he's only, I know he's, was his last? No, he wasn't. His last fight wasn't Elia, right? Am I forgetting about a fight?
They did the Poirier fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. 4 months, 5 months ago, something like that.
Oh, yes, it was the Poirier fight. Yes, in July of last year. Yeah, that's right. I mean, he looked pretty good against Poirier. Well, again, that's no grappling really, is it? You know,
yeah,
both
that's strikers. A good point, yeah.
So, obviously got flatlined by, well, not flatlined, sorry, but TKO by Poirier.
Yeah,
I just got a feeling that Max is going to get it done, man. I feel like he's looking pretty good at this stage. I feel like he's solid. I think he's solid at lightweight too. I mean, we look at the Justin Gaethje performance, which I guess is kind of aging pretty well. I guess, you know, he's got a win over the interim champion, a schooling and a flatline KO over the interim champion.
Yeah, it's better than it's better for the division if Max wins, because Charles, when we have Ilya as the champion, Charles just got knocked out cold by him 6-7 months ago, and and Max Holloway, even though he got knocked out or TKO'd by Ilya last year, 2024, I think it was, but they can sell it differently. They're like, oh, but he's beat Gaethje, he beat Poirier, he moved up. This is a different weight class. They can sell the fight way better on a Holloway rematch than they can an Oliveira rematch. So I think it's better for the division if Max wins for sure.
Also, Max did look pretty good against Poirier in some moments.
I think he took a round off him. I think it was 2-1 to Poirier headed into the fourth.
Yeah, I don't think Charles. I mean, I rewatched the Ilya Poirier fight. Charles didn't do an awful lot. Ilya even got a crucifix on Charles at one point.
Oh yeah, Charles got his guard passed, all that shit, dude. Yeah, it was, when I saw that, I was like, because I thought Charles was fucked before the fight, and then then the walkouts happen. You see Ilya like kind of smiling on the walkout, like smirking, and I was like, damn, dude, Charles is super fucked. And then I saw Ilya pass Charles's guard and get out of like a heel hook or something. And I was like, oh, dude, how good is Topuria? Holy shit, you know?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean that. Another thing as well, Joe Rogan with the amazing call just before he gets knocked out. You can see the difference in the way that he's absorbing these strikes, and then he gets boom.
Head gets launched into the first row.
Or he did it again. He did it again, didn't he? He fucking did it again. I swear. He said something like, "Oh yeah, it was the Charles Johnson one." He was like, just before he got put like on his face, he said something like, "You know, he's moving really well here." Boom, gets fucking flattened. So funny from Joe Rogan, bro. It's like the Michael Bisping one. You know, I've got no sympathy for these guys making weight. It's not hard, is it? And then,
Basement.
that was
Imagine
just
doing that for
unreal.
10K, bro, and you don't get to fight.
In it. I was under the impression that they get the show money for weighing in, though, right? Or is that not the case?
Yeah. If you make weight, you get paid. But I mean, he probably didn't get his Venom because that Venom pays them a little bit. He probably didn't get his Venom money, and he didn't get his win money. He didn't even get a chance to fight, obviously. But yeah, so he basically showed up, passed out for 10,000, got the fight pulled, and he's got to probably give like 10% to his manager, like a little percentage to his gym. He's probably got a nutritionist and somebody that helps him cut weight. And then he's got to pay taxes. So he basically did all that for probably like $3,500, $4,000, something like that.
Hell yeah, dude. That's
and then that's why I stopped fighting, bro. It's like I had teammates and friends that were regional professional fighters, or they were in the UFC, and I watched them lose on ESPN for not that much money. And I was like, I think I might be better off making YouTube videos.
Yeah, but also still, train and stay in shape. And,
yeah, absolutely.
So we'll just go through some chats here. So we got Ben thinks Holloway. Crocop says Oliveira. Persian says he wants Charles to win, but will be better for the division if Max wins. Kind of what you said.
Yeah,
I agree. Well, I mean, look, if Charles wins, all right, and Ilya beats Gaethje, if I don't think they make that fight. If you've seen if you guys have seen my previous video about. I think they're going to do Gaethje versus Arman based on what I saw from the post-fight panel. They were basically like, if Ilya doesn't come back, they were like, what's next for Gaethje? And I'm thinking, what do you mean, what's next for Gaethje? Ilya says he's coming back in April or June. And then I remembered Ilya said a while ago, if Gaethje wins, the UFC have different plans for him that I can't talk about now.
That's true. I forgot about that. Hey, good catch, dude.
So I was thinking, Ilya said that. The panel are saying, what's next for Gaethje? If Ilya doesn't come back, it's got to be Arman, right? And then they do a backstage interview with Arman Sarukian about the fight. And it's like, well, hold on a minute. Ilya said he's going to come back in April or June. So like, why are they even trying to? Why are they trying to plant this shit?
They're going to let Ilya go to 170 and fight Makhachev.
Oh, they're going to do Arman and Gaethje for the belt. Yeah.
Yep. And then if Ilya loses, which I think he probably loses at 170 to Islam, then he can come back down and challenge against the winner of Gaethje and Sarukian.
So he'll probably fight Sarukian then, unless Gaethje pulls out another upset win. But yeah, I remembered that, and I remembered the the post-fight panel thing that they were trying to fucking. What's next for Gaethje? And I'm thinking there's only one fight next. But since you're asking this question, I'm now doubting that you're even going to make that fight.
Weird. I saw the crew. I don't know if you watch Helwani much. I just check in on his channel like to see what his takes are every once in a while. But his crew, he's got like those crew members, and they were saying, what was it? Somebody's hammering something outside. But they were saying that they do Ilya Arman and they do Gaethje McGregor for the interim belt. Do Gaethje McGregor for the interim belt. Okay, yeah, I know.
That'd be so good.
I know, breathtaking stuff here, dude. Yeah, where they were saying that. They were like, well, John Jones fought Stipe and Tom Aspinall defended the interim belt. Why don't they do the same thing?
I mean, because that's. Yeah, Tom Aspinall defended the interim belt against an active contender, not a fucking random cunt that just. That's like if Brock Lesnar came back and they were like, "Tom, you're gonna defend your belt against Brock Lesnar."
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like, well, why would they do that? It makes no sense because he's not active. I don't think they're gonna do. I don't think they're going to do that. That'd be kind of silly. I mean,
they'll do
Helwani,
they'll strip Ilya and they'll do Gaethje Arman.
Gaethje Arman.
Yeah.
That's what I think because they don't want. I mean, Gaethje versus Ilya is not really a super fight, is it? Let's be honest. It's kind of
Gaethje and Ilya. Nah, I don't think they want that one that bad, and I think the outcome's very predictable.
Yeah, definitely. Oh. I missed this. €2 from BWA8. Thank you very
Nice.
much for the donation, my guy. Undisputed interim and BMF lightweight needs another belt. That's actually I didn't even think of that. Lightweight's got 3 belts going on right now. It's kind of like boxing.
There you go. Now they just
That's
need
crazy.
McGregor back in the mix. No, I'm just playing.
Oh yeah, I mean, let's get Gregor. Let's get McGregor fighting for all those belts. Why not?
Exactly, bro.
let him
Now we're
unify.
really making sense.
Oh,
Now we're
yeah.
really talking business.
Oh yeah, we need to let McGregor unify every single belt at lightweight, and then he can go up and challenge Islam Makhachev for Dublin versus fucking Dagestan too. That'd be sick.
Dude, imagine somebody just clicked on the stream and they heard you giving that 100% seriously.
This guy's a fucking casual.
Like, what the hell is this guy talking about? 3 belts for McGregor and Makhachev?
Oh, I mean, to be honest, if that fight does happen, we are literally in the WWE era of the UFC because, I mean, we already had this undeserved title shot. We've got another one coming up this weekend. We might have Usman versus Islam at some point.
We don't. I'm praying we don't.
I mean, what's your views on that one? I'm assuming that you think it's fucking garbage.
Yeah, it's terrible. I hate it. It should be Michael Morales or Ian Gary. Probably Michael Morales. I mean, there's still Shavkat out there too, so we don't really know what's going on. But now that with the conversation we're having, I think it's probably Ilya, and then all these other guys got to go and get other matchups, like Shavkat against Morales or Ian Gary against against Protest, or they already fought, so something like that. But like, yeah.
Well,
I hate it. I hate Usman getting a title shot. Fuck Kamaru Usman, dude. I
mean, look, Wyatt's hating on another black fighter. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm noticing a pattern, No, I'm joking. Yeah, well, here's the thing with Shavkat that I don't like, right? People are so fucking... They are not consistent, right? So they go, Paddy Pimblett hasn't even beaten a guy in the top 5. What's he doing getting a title shot? Neither has Shavkat. His highest ranked win is 6, I believe. No top 5 wins, but he's ranked number 2.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, he's got Ian Gary on short notice. That's it.
And Gary was ranked number 7 at that time. And look, I get he was scheduled to fight for the belt, all right, but even still, previous to that, his highest ranked win was number 6, I believe. It was one of the... I always get Neil Magny and Jeff Neal confused because they have Neil in the name. Yeah, and they're both black, so I guess that's me being racist now, Shavkat, this whole thing, Shavkat, man, he needs the next shot and this and that. It's like, no, he doesn't. He hasn't. He's literally in the same situation as Paddy Pimblett. When Paddy Pimblett beat Chandler was ranked number 7, I believe. So it's one ranked higher than Paddy Pimblett, but Paddy Pimblett doesn't deserve it, but Shavkat does. I don't, it's just a double standard. We need to be consistent. I don't think Paddy deserved the shot. I don't think Shavkat deserves. I don't know why Ian Gary beat Bilal Muhammad, right? He got put at number 2 ranked. All right, Shavkat was number 3, and then randomly they just switched them for no reason. Why? I don't understand that.
What they'll probably do is I think it's pretty clear that, they might do Ilya, but as of right now, I think it's Kamaru Usman. And they will probably do a co-main event of Shavkat and Michael Morales or something like that. And then the winner of Usman and Islam fights the winner of that fight. But I don't know. I don't like that matchmaking. If they're going to let Ilya go up, that's what I want to see more than anything, even though I'm pretty certain that he gets beat at 170 by Islam. But I mean, fuck it. If it's a big fight, it's a big fight. Paramount they're aggressive and they want the biggest names. If they're going to let Ilya move up, I'm down. But if not, please not Usman. It's got to be like an Ian Gary or a Morales even. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you're going off merit, it should be Ian Gary because he just did beat at the time the guy that was number 1 contender in Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah,
and then JDM lost. Then they moved him down to number 2 because JDM was then number 1 contender. But at the time when Ian fought Bilal was number 1 ranked. So surely, I don't think this is a hot take, but if you beat the number 1 contender, you should get the next title shot. I think, Not if you beat Joaquin Buckley after going on a 3-fight losing streak, and then just sitting out and going, mate. But Bilal called Usman out, and Usman said that fight is nothing for me. Why would I fight Bilal? I want to fight for the title. It's like, well, yeah, he's the next step. You stupid cunt. He's ranked number 1. You're on a 1-fight win streak against Joaquin Buckley. That's the guy that you fight next, surely. But he's like, he's number 1 ranked. I want to fight for the belt. It's like, oh well, that's nice. So,
bro, I don't know if you saw, but today, literally today, on the Henry Cejudo and Kamaru Usman podcast they have together, in the same episode, Henry Cejudo is saying that if Sean O'Malley gets a title shot, he's done with the sport because O'Malley doesn't deserve it. But in the same episode, he's also advocating for Usman to get a title shot.
Right, well, I'm going to have to do a video on that one then, aren't I?
There you go. There you go.
All right, well, that's some content for me. Thank you. I'm going to have a look at that once we end the stream. And I'll upload that on fucking Thursday. That is crazy. Imagine.
Yeah. Henry Cejudo's like, man, if they give O'Malley a title shot, I'm done with this sport, man. I'm like, what do you mean? Your co-host is Usman, and all you guys talk about is how Usman and Islam is the biggest fight at 170. In my opinion, at least, in the UFC, from their perspective, O'Malley and Yan does more numbers and makes them more money than Merab Yan 3, you know? So
definitely.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. I didn't even realize that. God, is that in a how long are these episodes? By the way, are they long?
Long.
Oh fuck,
they're long. They're like an hour.
Oh, not too bad. Look, I sat through an hour and 25 of Kenny and Joey. All right, I
you
could
can do
sit through
anything.
1 hour of. I could literally do Chinese water torture. I probably enjoy it more than rewatching that shit. But
good point.
Oh yeah, I might go watch that and get the timestamps ready because I might actually fucking yap about that and get that up on Thursday because I've got a video coming out tomorrow about 3:25.
Nice,
but I need some. I need some people to fucking roast. You know.
Yeah. Fair
anyway,
enough.
I think we'll call it there because we've been going for nearly 2 hours now, which is
cool, man.
solid. Thank you for joining. If you guys, or for some reason, haven't seen Wyatt's stuff, I've linked him down below, or you can just search Fight Society on YouTube. Big, giving time for the little guys. All right, I appreciate it. I thought I'd shoot my shot. All right, and I, just be a bit of a beg. And obviously, I mean, you seem like a nice enough guy anyway. I mean, I feel like most bigger channels would probably be like, what's that? Less than 3K.
Nah. I mean, I can't speak for other people, but I like your content, dude. I like your content. My viewers, actually, a few of my live chat viewers, they were the ones that told me to check you out. I was like, oh, no Bromo MMA. I haven't heard of them, so I checked you out. And and then of course I slid into your chat and stuff like that. But no, dude, I like your content a lot, dude. It's no big deal. It was my pleasure too.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, bro. And yeah, everyone go check out Fireside. Also, I mentioned this on the 10/7 live stream. I do not know how you find all these stories to talk about because I'll be sat here like, God, there's nothing to talk about, and then I see you being like, this massive thing just happened, and I'm like, where the fuck? Where have you found this from? Do you just like search
perusing Instagram? I follow a lot of MMA Instagram accounts.
Man, I'm like, you talk about that fucking jiu-jitsu guy who's been done for fucking
the
SA, shit like that. And I was like, I didn't hear about this. And then you go in and there's the managers, bloody what is it?
The text messages, that one?
Yeah. I was like,
that one I had. So I have a couple of people like coaches and some managers and stuff that they've liked some of my past stuff and they've reached out to me to like be like off the record sources and shit. So there's 2 or 3 people that will like slide me links to shit and be like, yo, did you hear about this? And I'll be like, actually, I didn't. I'm gonna make a video about that. But that's pretty recent. That's in the last like 2 months.
Well, that's kind of like what you just told me about Henry Cejudo and Kamaru Usman. So maybe you're my source on.
There you go. Things. I'm ghostwriting No Bromo MMA's videos. There you go. I'm messing with you.
All right. I am. All right. We'll call it there. I feel like Well, Ben says here, you guys are a great duo. We should
Hell
do
yeah.
more streams together. I'm up for that. I mean,
Hell
look,
yeah.
I don't want to try and fucking ride off your clout too much. You know, I don't want to be
Dude,
a
I like
beg.
streaming with you.
But you
I like
know,
streaming with you. No Bromo Society.
the No Bromo Society. Hell yeah,
There you go.
that is awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I'd be down for doing more
Yeah,
streams
absolutely.
and things like that. So maybe we'll do another one in the future for a future card or something.
Yeah,
But
let's do it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching the stream. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the new members. And I think I start a message from Ben, which we'll end on. Jiri is the type of guy to knock you out with his right hand whilst he's holding onto his cock with his left hand for stability.
True.
So true. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Well, you've got a message for Ben. Do you want to say it into the Ben? This is for you.
Shut up, Ben.
Shut up, Ben. That's like an ongoing thing with like Ben and Jazz. They just tell each other to shut up, and Ben's like, "Why don't you go have another kid or something?" Because
have you seen the clip of McGregor where he's on Twitter voice chat rewatching him and Khabib, and he's like, that was an illegal knee and he's like, shut up, Joe, you little fool. Yeah. I send that recording to people of the shut up, Joe.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, look up Conor McGregor, Joe Rogan voice note when you get the chance.
I will do, but first I'm gonna go watch this fucking podcast. I think. In fact, what time is it now? Oh, should I do it now? Maybe I should. Maybe, yeah, probably.
Is it late for you? What is it, like 11 p.m. now?
11 p.m. Yeah, but I'm gonna go. I need to train tomorrow. I need to go to the gym, so I need the energy. But it's content in it, so maybe I'll stay up and watch it. All right, well, we are going to go now. I know we've said about like 3 times, but we are going to go. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Wyatt, for joining me on my channel. And go subscribe to Wyatt if you haven't already. Great channel, mostly daily content, and it's all good stuff. It isn't just like daily shit post type shit, or it's all actually like solid news that you'll probably never see unless you subscribe to Wyatt, because half the shit that he talks about, I'm like, where's he found this from? I have no idea. But yeah, like, subscribe.
Thank you, man.
All right, links down below. Until next time, I'll see you in a bit. Goodbye.